Yeah. 3 o'clock. All right, welcome back, Truth Seeker. Think we're live. Again, I hate this new live streaming thing because it doesn't allow me to promote the video before it starts, which means nobody can be here when we start, which means when I start, people will miss the beginning. So, it does say we're live, and I guess we'll get into it. We're going to talk about Michael Jordan's father's killer, the announcement coming August 18, 2020, that he will be paroled August 6th, 2023. This is a major ritual. And for those of you who've been following the work I've done on Kobe Bryant's death earlier this year and the parallels between him and Jordan, the parallels are back. And I just learned something because of this story. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Wall Street's record on August 18th, the day leaving 135 days left in the year. If you're new here, we'll talk about Gematria, the simple practice of coding numbers into words. Wall Street equals 135 with the alphabetic order and when you run the alphabetic order on reverse. So what a perfect day for a Wall Street record on August 18th. We're going to talk about that ritual and what it has to do with the CIA. Tiger Woods is in the news today, the day leaving 135 days left in the year. His name is 135 forwards and backwards. The news is his son just won a junior tournament, and everyone's reporting it today, and it's not hard to see why. Again, every single day, news reported by the numbers. His son won the tournament this past weekend. We didn't hear about it this past weekend. They saved the story for the day leaving 135 days left in the year. If you are new here, there are 4 base ciphers in Gematria: the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. And again, every single day, news by the numbers. Yesterday, the day leaving 136 days left in the year. Jason Mizell, also known as Jam Master Jay, supposedly his killers, arrested. The news on the day leaving 136 days, his birth name and his hip-hop name, both 136. The day before that, Sunday, the big news story was the shooting with the Cedar Park police on the day leaving 137 days left in the year. And the day before that, Donald Trump equals 138, his brother dead on the Jesuit birthday. The Jesuits born in France on August 15th, Donald Trump 138, the day leaving 138 days left in the year, and so on. Every single day, all news is contrived by this simple code. And we're going to start right here with Michael Jordan because this is the story most people will probably care about the most. And again, we covered Michael Jordan's father's death many years ago. He died July 23rd, a date that can be written 23/7, like 237. His full name, James Raymond Jordan Sr., Gematria of 237. So fitting date for him to go. You've heard that phrase, your number's up. When you learn Gematria, that phrase, you get whole new meaning to it. And the day he died, July 23rd, that is celebrated as the heliacal rising of Sirius, the dog star. The word dog equals 26, like the name Jordan equals 26. Today is 26 days after the anniversary of his death, which is also the heliacal rising of Sirius. And of course, the Chicago Bulls, who Michael Jordan played for, the song they came out to, the name of that song is Sirius. And Sirius equals 95. The news about the killer being paroled on August 6, 2023, the news comes on a Tuesday. Tuesday's the day of the week that has Gematria of 95, and notice parole equals 95 as well. And this year on July 23rd, we had the major Jesuit ritual with the Yankees. Just to show you how these rituals go on year after year, this year on July 23rd, the baseball season resumed. Anthony Fauci, the Jesuit, who's the face of coronavirus, he threw out the opening pitch at the Yankees game. And there's a lot to say about that, but with regards to the 95 part, the name Fauci's 95. His birth numerology is born on Christmas Eve, 1940. He's born on a date with 95 numerology. Garrett Cole was making his debut for the Yankees. Star pitcher in Major League Baseball. He got his 95th career win in this same game where Fauci threw out the first pitch, making his debut with the Yankees. And Garrett Cole was signed in the offseason by the Yankees December 11th, the 95th day of his age. And then making things all the more interesting, his birthday, September 8th, is the 251st day of the year, and Heliacal Rising equals 251. 251 is the 54th prime. Baseball equals 54. Jesuit Order 54. The Catholic Church celebrates September 8th as the Virgin Mary's birthday. The game where he got the tribute was 320 days after his birthday. Roman Catholic Church 320, who the Jesuits serve. The Jesuits' official name is the Society of Jesus. New York Yankees, Society of Jesus. 191, 187. The most Jesuit city in the whole world is Washington, D.C., which also equals 187, where the game was played. So, again, I want people to understand the Jesuits run the show. And it's very clear that the Jesuits had everything to do with Michael Jordan's father's death. Michael Jordan's father died at age 56. Society of Jesus is 56. And perhaps I should put that back up here, the 56 part. Again, opening day 56, first pitch 56, Anthony Fauci 56, who is a Jesuit, who is a member of the Society of Jesus, coronavirus 56, Society of Jesus 56, Washington, D.C. 56. Again, Jordan's father died at age 56, and when Kobe died, Michael Jordan was at the tail end of being 56 years old. Pippen and Jordan, 33 and 23, added up 56. But Michael Jordan's father's full name, if you use the alphabetic order and rules numerology, is 84, like Jesuits 84, Anthony Fauci, the head of NIH since 1984. The supposed killer of Jordan's father, Larry Demery, Gematria of 144 and 153, just like Jesuit orders 144 and 153. Again, Jordan's father was 56 and supposedly 5'6", which should make everyone wonder how his son grew to be a foot taller than him. Have you ever met anyone in your life who was a foot taller than their dad? Now, this news came on the day leaving 135 days left in the year, going with the Wall Street news and the Tiger Woods news. Another 135 is Kobe Bean Bryant 135. And we talked about the parallels between Jordan and Kobe, how Kobe's retirement was synced with Jordan's retirement, how when Kobe passed Jordan in points scored, it was perfectly synced. We'll go back and revisit that. But Kobe Bean Bryant, 135, he's one of the biggest stories of this year, dying supposedly in the accidental helicopter crash while traveling from Catholic Mass. Notice that from the anniversary of Jordan's father's death, July 23rd, to today, August 18th, is 26 days later. Jordan, Bryant, Yankees, they all equal 26. And I put the Yankees in there because we just talked about their riddle with July 23rd as well that happened this year. The Yankees won their 26th World Series on October 26th. 26 is a special number. It is the God number. In Hebrew, the four-letter name of God equals 26. Same with in English. The word God is 26. The same letters that make up God or dog, as in Sirius, the dog star. So again, this is why they're performing these riddles with these people, because they have the right gematria that corresponds with dog. And we're talking about Sirius, the dog star, and Jordan's father dying on the day that is celebrated as the Heliacal Rising of Sirius, the dog star. Now look at this. From Jordan's birthday to his father's death was his 157th day of his age. And remember, that was the ritual with Kobe. Kobe died on his 157th day of his age. Of course, Kobe Bryant equals 157 like accident. Like the Black Mamba movie poster with the exploding helicopter, which says you lose this road game, you don't go home, which equals 157. And there's a whole lot more to the Kobe Bryant 157 list. There's about 10 more things I could tell you about with Kobe's death in 157, including the book he put out right before his death, 157 days before his death, where the main character's name equals 157, and more. Joe Jellybean Bryant, his father, Jellybean equals 157. He was born 157 days from the Boulet's birthday. They're members of the Boulet. And more and more and more. There's a whole lot of 157 with Kobe's death. But it turns out, going back in history, Jordan lost his father on his 157th day of his age. And notice when you flip the alphabetic order around, Jordan, Bryant, Yankees, they're all 26. When you flip it around, 37. And remember, Kobe Bryant just died on the 37-year anniversary of Bear Bryant, considered the greatest football coach of all time. And Bear Bryant coached in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which equals 157. Bear Bryant died in 83 on January 26th. And football equals 83, as does murder. The song Murder by Numbers came out in 83, which is a nod to what we're talking about right here. How killing is the sport of the elite, and it's as simple as ABC 1, 2, 3. So again, 157, the 37th prime, connects to Jordan and Bryant. Chicago and Los Angeles both equal 37 for another parallel. The date that Jordan's father's killer is to be paroled, August 6, 23, date with 37 numerology. Also a date with 57 numerology. Right now, Michael Jordan's 57 years old. He turned 57 this year, February 17th. Conspiracies 57, helicopters 57. Georgetown is 57, the nation's first Jesuit university in Washington, D.C. But the parallels and, again, the undeniable encoding. Now, what else is weird about this, and you can verify this for yourself, I guarantee you it's 100% true, from Jordan's birthday, February 17th, to today is 183 days later, and because it's a leap year, that means his upcoming birthday is in 183 more days. So today's the exact midway point of Jordan's age of 57. It's the midway point. And from today to August 6th, 2023 is 1,083 days, 1083. Not too much different than 183. The phrase order out of chaos equals 183, chaos equals 26. I don't understand exactly where they're going with that, but I just noticed it, so I'm pointing it out. And the day that the killer will be paroled, August 6th, 8-6, like 86, the NBA Finals, that terminology began in 1986. That was the year Len Bias got it, which was a ritual related to Jordan as well. Blood sacrifice equals 86. Human sacrifice equals 86. August 6th can also be written 6-8, like 68. Basketball 68. Space Jam is 68. It's the 218th day of the year, and in English extended gematria, death is 218. Remember, that's the big Trump number, 218, and his brother's funeral is going to be on August 21st, 21/8. August 6th also leaves 147 days left in the year. Conspiracy equals 147 as well. And just as a reminder, Jordan won his third straight NBA Finals in 93. He won his third championship. And then 33 days after those finals concluded on June 20th, his father died. 33 days later. Michael's 33. NBA Finals is 33. So the parallels, they just keep growing. And I guess if you guys aren't aware of my Gematria Effect Sports channel, I put content over here. It's been a few weeks since I uploaded a video. But I'm just going to play this video real quick. It's just 3.5 minutes. And again, just parallels between Jordan and Kobe Bryant in the NBA.
And remember, 56 is the... Welcome back, Truth Seeker. For years, I have educated about the number 113, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan. And just yesterday, I was notified of something I've been missing all this time. Kobe passed Michael Jordan in points scored on the date of December 14th, 2014, while playing the Minnesota Timberwolves, the team from Minneapolis where the Lakers are originally from. But look at this. From Kobe's birthday, August 23rd, 2014, to the day he passed Jordan was 113 days later. And again, just using the alphabetic order, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan are 113. If you want to add to that list, the only team in the league that equals 113 is the Utah Jazz, who Jordan defeated in the finals and who Kobe played his final career game against. And if you want to add to that list further, Dear Basketball equals 113, Kobe's retirement poem. Of course, if you use the alphabetic order and rules of numerology, the National Basketball Association's 113, and this year they suspended the season on March 11th, 11/3. That was the 142nd day of the season, and coronavirus equals 142. Just like how the season resumes 142 days after it was suspended. Again, reminding it's all ritual by the numbers. But not only that, notice when the Lakers beat the Timberwolves in that game and Kobe passed Jordan, the Lakers became 8-16. That means it was their 24th game of the season, like how Kobe finished his career with number 24, and he started his career with the number 8, and they picked up their 8th win in that game. Game all about Kobe passing Jordan. And notice it was the Timberwolves' 23rd game of the season, MJ 23, M plus J is 13 plus 10 for another 23. And, of course, Kobe died this year, a span of 23 days from Jordan's upcoming birthday. Jordan was at the tail end of being 56 years old, like how his father died at age 56. His father's name equals 237. He died on 23/7. That's Jordan's father. And remember, 56 is the number of the Jesuits who control the world of rig sports by the code. So, hard to believe in light of all the 113s we've talked about over the years with Kobe. I didn't know this until just yesterday. So shout out to the person who tipped me off to that. Really appreciate it. Just further proof of how scripted it all is. They truly couldn't have scripted it any better. And at the same time, don't forget the Sumerian cipher where you multiply the alphabetic order times 6. In that cipher, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan both equal 678. And Kobe played his last game exactly 678 weeks after Jordan played his last game. And of course, Jordan finished his career against the Philadelphia 76ers, and Kobe's from Philly. Just like Kobe died the day after LeBron passed him in points scored in Philly, scoring the 54th point of the game, and Kobe being Bryant equals 54 in the most pure cipher. One weekend before Super Bowl 54, where Gianna Bryant's 54 as well, and so is Jesuit Order, the other name for the Society of Jesus. So, we know who's doing the rigging, we know how they're doing it, and it's time for we the people to bring it all to an end. All of these leagues need to be shut down, they're straight garbage, and people need to stop worshiping these clowns, these purposefully bred giants to play in rig sports, because that's what it is. Till next time.
All right, and that reminds me of one more thing I should say. In light of Michael Jordan's father's name being 84 in the most pure cipher, that's also the year that Jordan came in the league, 1984. The year that David Stern said the NBA is not about basketball, it's about making stars. The dog star, the ritual was serious. The star of the NBA, the brightest star. So this is how they do it. And again, yeah, I think we hit all the key points with that post. So their lives truly were scripted together. And again, it's not an accident that this news about Michael Jordan comes on the day that also relates to the gematria of Kobe Bryant. One other thing I could say is that from Kobe's death, here I'll just show you. From his death, January 26, 2020, to today's news, August 18th, it's a span of 206 days. And in Jewish gematria, sacrifice equals 206. That's why we said earlier this year on June 8th, or around that time, June 11th maybe, we said around that time, we said circle the date June 20th. There'll probably be a death in the autonomous zone in Seattle, the 206 area code on June 20th, 20/6, like 206, sacrifice number. And the year that Jordan won the finals, just before his dad's death, 33 days later, he won the finals on June 20th. 206, again, sacrifice number. Happens to be Seattle's area code as well. And 206 isn't too far off from 26, connecting to Jordan and Bryant, and dog is in Dog Star. Okay, so moving on with regards to Wall Street. Again, Wall Street, rituals by the numbers again and again and again. The best ritual I've seen from Wall Street in recent times is how the day after NASCAR banned the Confederate flag from the Civil War, which began in 1861, the day after that, which was June 11th, that was the day the stock market fell 1,861 points. And again, the whole thing was just a massive ritual. The NASCAR thing, the stock market falling. But now the market's back up, and it reminds, in April, it was Sunday news broadcast, April 26th, that Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, he said by the third quarter, which we're now in, we're in the third quarter of the year, he said the market would be back to where it was before it fell because of coronavirus. And of course, they can make these accurate predictions because it's all scripted, it's all planned, they're controlling the market. It's, all this stimulus money is what has it pushed all up. It's not organic. But today leaves 135 days left in the year, and you have this Wall Street record today. Wall Street's 135 forwards and backwards. And again, we've talked about the rituals with Wall Street and the CIA before. Even that TV show, what's it called? Jack Ryan on Amazon, where it pays all tribute to the Jesuits and he works for the CIA. There's even, they talk about the connections between Wall Street and the CIA in that TV show, just like they write about it in the news. There's a lot of people that go from CIA to Wall Street. A lot of CEOs of these big companies are actually spies for the CIA. That's why there's so little information for so many of these CEOs. But again, Central Intelligence Agency is also 135, just like Wall Street. The current head of the CIA is Gina Cherry Haspel, 135. And what's interesting is from her birthday to this record today is 322 days later. And what's 322? It's the number of Skull and Bones. And where's the connection? Skull and Bones is an offshoot of the Bavarian Illuminati established by Adam Weishaupt. And Adam Weishaupt died November 18th, 1830, the 322nd day of the year, 322. So the Bavarian Illuminati was founded by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt. The Jesuits are running the show. The Jesuits gave us the language as we know it, the calendar as we know it, synced it all up. And with regards to the Bavarian Illuminati equals 188. This record's coming on what day? August 18th, 18/8, like 188. And the US dollar bill denominations, the 1, the 2, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, the 100, you add it up, it's 188. Illuminati symbolism all over the dollar bill. In God we trust. Again, here's Adam Weishaupt, dead November 18th, the 322nd day of the year. And New Chin, who's a Skull and Bones member, he's the one who said that we'd be right back to where we were in the third quarter. And he said that on Sunday, the Jesuit day. Again, if you're not aware, Sunday and Jesuit have the exact same gematria in 3 out of the 4 ciphers. But he said that April 26th, which in a leap year is the 117th day of the year, Central Intelligence Agency is also 117. And don't forget that Market and CIA share the gematria of 68. Like Donald John Trump's 68, like The Apprentice is 68. So, again, the market completely manipulated, completely controlled by the code. And for people out there saying, well, why don't you help us take advantage? Well, I have. There's people out there who've made a lot of money off Moderna. I said early on when Moderna was worth nothing that their stock was going to be the one for the vaccine. I said to look out for big Moderna news on May 7th, 2020. They got the big news on May 7th, 2020. And why did I say May 7th? Because vaccine's 57, Bill Gates is 57, and he was the first one to back Moderna. And again, if I just spent all my time researching the stock market and, I'm sure we could do it there. Right now I help out people with sports because I understand sports more than I do stocks, but I can still see that the market's completely controlled by this code, and it's all riddles and rituals just like everything else. So, don't forget that Eminem music video earlier this year, Darkness equals 91. It was in tribute to the Route 91 Harvest Festival shooting, which was on the day leaving 91 days left in the year, October 1st. And by the way, we told everyone to circle those dates all year. We said to expect the biggest false flag in the U.S. since 9/11, which is exactly what it was. But the song named Darkness 91, it came out 91 days after Eminem's birthday. And the apartment or the hotel that they make to recreate the Vegas shooting scene, they show the shooter in room number 135. And then Eminem just put out that song about why people should be wearing masks. And the title of the song equals 135 in Gematria. It's not hard to see who controls Eminem these days. And, that's what the CIA does. The CIA controls things that control the masses, like entertainers and celebrities. And then, again, August 18th, today leaves 135 days left in the year. Tiger Woods, 135, forwards and backwards. Kobe Bean Bryant's 135 and 54, just like his name. And remember, the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, it was established September 18th, 1947. That was the 201st day of Pope Pius XII's age. He was the Pope at the time. The Jesuit order is 201, huge number with the Jesuits. And again, that show Tom Clancy about the CIA with the Jesuit grad from Boston College. We've been talking in recent times about the Beirut barracks bombing on the date with 135 numerology, and then this year on Barack's birthday, Beirut blew up. Barracks, Barack, and it blew up 135 days before Pope Francis's 84th birthday on 8/4. Central Intelligence Agency 135, the LaGuardia bombing in 1975 was a date with 135 numerology. It's like the worst attack on New York before 9/11. The 9/11 attack was on the Pope's 117th day of his age. Central Intelligence Agency also 117. September 11th used to be the 7th month, the 11th day, 117. And you gotta like that Tiger Woods' son's 11 years old, the master number. That's how we called Tiger Woods to win the Masters in 2019, because it had been 11 years since his last major and 22 years since his first Masters, and Woods equals 22, and golf's 22, and 22 is the master builder number, and 11 is the master number. Clear master ritual for Tiger Woods to win the 2019 Masters, which he did. That was a nice payout. And again, day after day, same old stuff. Again, yesterday it was Jam Master Jay, born Jason Mizell, both 136 on the day, leaving 136 days left in the year, which is also the 16th triangular number, and the next Democratic president is number 16, and the DNC convention began on this day. And again, the day before that, Cedar Park police shooting on the day, leaving 137 days left in the year, the big news story. So again, I'm always amazed. It's just got to be trolls and bots, but I'm just amazed at how many people are watching these videos in recent times and saying, "Oh, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard." It's just like, really? I mean, for the last 7 years, we've been right on point, predicting pretty much everything before it happens, and the work just gets better with time. I don't understand how somebody can watch this and think this is dumb, unless they're really dumb. So, which is very possible because we live in a world of very dumb people, which is why things go on the way they do, from rigged sports to rigged elections to, bullshit news. The reason they can get away with the whole Confederate flag ritual and then drop the stock market 1,861 points the next day is because if you survey America, there's probably 1 out of 1,000 people that even know what year the Civil War started in. So, what do they say about those who don't know history? Doomed to repeat it. And I gotta be in a meeting for the website update in 10 minutes, but I'll take 10 minutes of phone calls and then I gotta hop off. So what's up, caller?
Sorry.
What's up? Hello? Caller? Okay, I'm hanging up. If anybody wants to call in, I'll take 10 minutes of calls, then I gotta jump off. 509-731-0567. Again, 509-731-0567. All right. Tennessee, you're on. You got to mute the video.
What's up, bro?
What's up?
What's going on?
What's up, man?
This is what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you a question, about the 113, this year being the Pope's 333rd birthday. The 33rd, anniversary of the Pope this year on 11/13.
Wait, what's the anniversary with the Pope this year on November 13th?
11/3 this year. 11 November the 13th this year will be the 333rd day of the age or whatever of the Pope. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you what everybody was saying. I heard a dude call you a couple of days ago talking about the same thing, basically, pretty much. But he was saying that he was like off a day or two or something. He was talking about maybe November 9th or November 11th or something.
Okay, yeah, we had the caller yesterday that had all the things lining up with November 13th.
That's what I was talking about it being the Pope's, 333rd day every day.
Okay.
With all this stuff in the news about Trump and all this stuff he been, but all this stuff he's been saying about, the Bible or whatever, the Antichrist and stopping that or whatever, I was going to ask you, do you think that maybe it's leaning more toward something happening to him or something happening to Biden this year?
Well, I think if I had to pick between Biden and Trump and something fatal happening to one of them, I would pick Trump because he's the 45th president, and that's the 9th triangular number. And remember, he did that commercial, looking good, number 9, looking good, number 9. The next president to die in office is the 9th president to die in office. So Trump would mathematically make sense. But if nothing happens to either of them this year, I think Biden, and let's say Biden becomes the president, I think Biden will croak in office, and then you'll have your first black woman president, just like the Boondocks cartoon predicted that we would have a black female president in 2020. So,
Yeah, like the Boondocks cartoon. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. That's pretty much all I wanted. I've been trying to figure out, the big event. That's all. Trying to just come up with, the best
All
I
right.
can,
Well, I appreciate the questions. Thank you. Take care.
I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, see you, man. I didn't switch over in time. Sometimes there's somebody calling in. I'm just waiting for the person to conclude. I don't want to be rude and just hang up on them, but, they take like 10 seconds to say goodbye instead of 2 seconds, then you miss the call. Sorry about that. What's up, Canada? You're on.
Hi.
Hello.
I just wanted to say hello, let you know that I pre-ordered the book. I saw something recently, not 100% sure, I'm still new to all this, but there's that new music video out, that WAP video, and I saw a lot of tiger symbolism in that. I just was wondering if you noticed that at all, and the whole Kylie Jenner was in that as she's Leo season and the tigers, and just a lot of that in the music video. I just wanted to point out. Thought it was interesting.
What's the name of the song again?
WAP, W-A-P.
Okay. I heard about this song. It's getting a lot of traction. I haven't seen the music video, but all the tiger symbolism.
Check it out. It's all tiger stuff, lion stuff. Kylie Jenner makes an appearance that people were upset about, but she's a Leo. It's a tiger thing. Just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, so again, there's been a lot of tiger stuff this year. The college football championship was the Tigers defeating the Tigers. The hit show as soon as coronavirus stay-at-home order started was Exotic Joe, Tiger King. Tiger Woods got recognition for his quarantine dinner, and then he put on a charity golf tournament that he won. I'm forgetting some other tiger stuff. There's a whole bunch more. Samuel L. Jackson did this thing on Jimmy Kimmel's show, reading the book Stay the F at Home, with the tiger on the cover, and over his back shoulder was the movie poster, The Long Kiss Goodnight. If you haven't seen that movie, The Long Kiss Goodnight, if you've never seen that movie, you should watch that movie because Samuel L. Jackson's character explains everything about 9/11 before it happens. And if you're new here, you probably haven't heard me talking about how 9/11 and coronavirus are related.
I'm new, but I've been listening since January. So
okay. So you do know some stuff.
So, and one last thing I just wanted to mention about the tiger symbolism was that, so the song is Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, and then Cardi B there was actually a response to Carol Baskin from the Tiger Kings, and Carol Baskin was like, oh, the WAP music video, there's animal abuse, and Cardi responds to her, and so it was just a lot of connection, and they pulled it into the Carol Baskin and the Tigers. So I was just like, wow, ever since you mentioned the whole tiger thing, and then I saw that music video, I was just like, wow, it's right in your face,
Okay, and then that's the most important point about tiger is, the international, we're in the year of the rat, and there's all this, rat spread disease and virus, and then 2 years from now is the year of the tiger, which is 2022. And that's been my theory with all the tiger symbolism, is that they're just telling us that we're going to be in this coronavirus ritual type thing through 2022. So that's my take on why they're putting the tiger stuff everywhere. With regards to Kylie Jenner being in, I guess she's in the music video?
Yeah, she's in the music video. So she, she doesn't do music or anything, but she has this cameo in the music video where she walks down this hallway. She walks past this door. There's a tiger that looks at her and roars at her through the door. She's wearing a leopard, outfit. It's a leopard print outfit. She walks into the room, closes the door behind her, and then the music video continues. But it was just her birthday recently. She just turned 23. Just a bunch of stuff with that I noticed. So.
Okay. Yeah, it just makes me think of her dad.
And
It just makes me think of her dad, who's now known as Caitlyn Jenner, which equals 201, that big number of the Jesuits. Just like when Samuel L. Jackson was reading the book with the tiger cover, it had the 201 in it. So I'll look more into the WAP music video. I know that's something a lot of people are into right now. I've heard it's quite the song.
I really just wanted to bring that to your attention, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh man, like you have to see this. You know, I know you don't talk too much about like, you know, a lot of pop culture, all this and that, but that one is just like very.
Well, look at this. I just see a bunch of things. That song came out August 7th, apparently, which can be written 7/8, like Jesuit 78. And then the song's 187 seconds long. It's 3 minutes and 7 seconds. Society of Jesus 187. So it looks like this is another Jesuit special here, the WAP song. I'll do something on this, and the next time I'm on a live stream, I'll probably talk about it. So I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, thank you so much. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you from Canada. Have a good one.
Well, you're very welcome. Thank you for calling in. Great question. All right. Take care.
Bye.
And I got time for one more call, and then I got to get off because I have to be in a meeting at 3. Caller?
Yeah, just older data about Tempe, Arizona. It was originally called the Vale of Tempe after a place in Greece. And Vale, of course, it obscures, it hides. In the city of Tempe on 5th Street, they constructed a building, an inverted pyramid for City Hall. And so, you know, the Vale and the inverted pyramid in the city of Tempe, something squirrely going on there.
Tempe, that's my old stomping grounds. I went to college down there. This year they had the Tisha B'Av ritual. Tisha B'Av's to remember the destruction of the temples. And this year in Tempe, you had the big train crash, which was described as a scene from hell. So,
right.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Again,
that's my hometown from August of 1900 in Double Nickel, so I'm well versed on that. And also the design by a guy by the name of Goodwin. He said that he came up with the idea in 1966, which is really 3 6s. And he said he saw an angle of his shower door, the light on his shower door inspired him to make an inverted pyramid for the City Hall building, which just sounds like a load of hooey.
Indeed. It's funny, Double Nickel, that reminds me, my last exam I ever had at ASU was May 5th, 5505. So, yeah.
So I'm giving myself away. I'm an old geezer. We moved to Tempe, Arizona when I was 19 months old, so I'm an old geezer. But the whole Vale of Tempe, it comes from ancient Greece, Vale of Tempe. And so the Vale is hiding, and, you know, whatever's going on with that, you know, just little minor points.
Sure. All right, I appreciate it. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Keep up the good work, Zach.
All right, will do. Take care.
Bye.
All right. I got to leave it there, you guys, because I got to hop off and get into this meeting. It's an online meeting. I mean, that's how I can get there in 3 minutes. But appreciate everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Please give a like and share if you enjoyed the video, because, again, the more likes the video has, the more likely Google is to take them away, but also the more likely it is that it'll show up in a stranger's feed, and maybe somebody will learn something new. So leave it there, you guys. Till next time.